My ex became my stepmother after marrying Dad and said, "Call me Mom now, you pathetic loser." I said, "Never happening." Then I showed Dad her OnlyFans account. The prenup clauses saved him millions. I, 28 male, never expected to be in this situation, but here we are. My ex-girlfriend Catherine, 26, is now married to my dad Roger, 52, and she had the audacity to tell me to call her Mom. Let me give you some background. Catherine and I dated for about 2 years when I was 24. She was gorgeous, charming, and seemed perfect at first. But gradually, I realized she was only interested in my trust fund and the lifestyle my family could provide. When I caught her texting another guy about how she was securing the bag with me, I ended it immediately. Fast forward to a year ago. Dad calls me, says he's been seeing someone for a few months and it's getting serious. I'm happy for him. He's been lonely since Mom passed 5 years ago. Then 8 months ago he drops the bomb. It's Catherine, my ex. I tried warning him, but he wouldn't listen. Said I was being jealous and immature, that she'd grown up and was different now. Yeah, right. Different how? Her chest was bigger and her lips more inflated, but that hunger in her eyes when she looked at our family estate, same old Catherine. They got married 2 months ago after a whirlwind engagement. I didn't attend. Dad was pissed, but I couldn't watch that train wreck happen. Then last week she shows up at my apartment. "Hey sweetie," she said with that fake smile. "Your father sent me to talk to you. We're family now and he wants us to get along." I just stared at her. "We're not family. You're just the woman who married my dad." Her smile turned nasty. "Actually, I'm your stepmother now, so you should probably start calling me Mom, you pathetic loser." Same guy who couldn't keep me satisfied, living off Daddy's money. I laughed. Actually laughed in her face. Never happening. She got all red and puffy. "Your father will cut you off if you don't show me respect." "Go ahead and try," I said, and shut the door in her face. Here's what Catherine doesn't know. I've been keeping tabs on her since our breakup. Found some interesting stuff recently. See, Daddy Dearest had his lawyer put some pretty specific clauses in their prenup. Infidelity clause. Moral turpitude clause. And my personal favorite, the no previous intimate content clause that voids spousal support if any explicit content surfaces from before the marriage. Guess who's been running an OnlyFans account under a fake name for the past year? I've got screenshots, videos, payment records, everything. The prenup could save Dad millions when this inevitably goes south. Question is, do I show him now or wait for her to escalate? Because knowing Catherine, she definitely will. Update 1. Holy shit, you guys were right. She escalated fast. 2 days after my post, Dad calls me. He's angry. Apparently, Catherine told him I was verbally abusive and threatened her. She actually shed some crocodile tears and everything. "She's your stepmother," he said. "You need to show respect." "Dad, she's 2 years younger than me. I'm not calling her Mom." "Then don't come to family dinners anymore." That stung, not gonna lie, but I held firm. "Your choice, Dad." But here's where it gets juicy. My cousin Evelyn, 31F, works at the country club where Dad and Catherine are members. She called me yesterday with some intel. Apparently, Catherine's been bragging to her tennis friends about how she's got my dad wrapped around her finger and how she's planning to convince him to change his will. One of the ladies asked about me, and Catherine said, and I quote, "That loser? He'll come crawling back when he realizes I control the purse strings now. I already got Roger to freeze his trust fund access." Wait, what? I checked my account. Sure enough, the monthly distribution from my trust was blocked, the trust my mother set up for me. I called our family lawyer, Gerald. He was confused. "Your father can't do that. The trust is irrevocable and he's not the trustee." I am. Turns out Catherine had convinced Dad to call the bank and claim there was suspicious activity on my account, getting it temporarily frozen. Gerald said he'd sort it out, but it would take a few days. That's when I decided, gloves are off. But I wanted to be strategic about it. I reached out to my mom's sister, Aunt Gloria, 48F. She hated that Dad remarried so quickly and definitely wasn't Catherine's fan. I told her everything, the call me mom incident, the lies, the trust fund manipulation. "That gold-digging witch," she said. "Your mother would be rolling in her grave." "I have information that could end their marriage," I told her. "But I need to play this smart." "Sunday dinner," she said immediately. "I'll host. Get your father there, we'll handle this properly." Oh, and the best part? Catherine's best friend Hannah, 27F, has been sliding into my DMs. Apparently, Catherine owes her $3K and has been avoiding her since the wedding. Hannah's ready to spill all the tea. This is gonna be good. Update 2. The Sunday dinner was explosive. But first, let me tell you what Hannah revealed. We met for coffee Saturday. Hannah was pissed. Turns out, Catherine had borrowed money from multiple friends for the wedding, promising to pay them back with her rich husband's money. Total damage? About $15K across 5 different people. But here's the kicker. Hannah showed me texts where Catherine was bragging about her retirement plan. Direct quote, "I just need to stick it out for a year, get pregnant, and I'm set for life. Even with the prenup, child support will be bank." She also mentioned she was still seeing her ex, Terry, 29M, on the side. "What Roger doesn't know won't hurt him," she texted. Since my state allows single-party consent for recordings, I recorded our entire conversation for evidence. Sunday dinner arrived. Aunt Gloria had invited Dad, Catherine, myself, and a few other family members. Dad was surprised to see me but seemed happy I was making an effort. Catherine walked in wearing a dress that probably cost more than most people's rent, dripping in new jewelry. She smirked at me. "So nice to see you finally coming around, sweetheart." Dinner started normal enough. Then Aunt Gloria, bless her heart, started asking innocent questions. "So Catherine, how did you and Roger meet?" "Oh, at a charity gala," Catherine gushed. "I was volunteering." I almost choked on my wine. Volunteering? She was there as someone's paid date. I knew because that someone was my friend Ethan, who'd hired her through an exclusive companionship service. But I kept quiet. For now. Then Aunt Gloria dropped the bomb. "It must have been awkward, dating your stepson's ex-girlfriend." The table went silent. A few relatives who didn't know nearly spit out their drinks. Catherine's face went red. "That's ancient history. People move on." "Do they?" Aunt Gloria smiled sweetly. "Because I heard you recently told him to call you Mom. That seems inappropriate." Dad looked at Catherine. "You said he threatened you." He was being disrespectful." That's when I spoke up. "Actually, Dad, I have the Ring doorbell footage from my apartment. Would you like to see what really happened?" I pulled out my phone and played the video. There was Catherine, clear as day. "Call me Mom now, you pathetic loser." Dad's face went from confused to angry. Not at me, at her. "You lied to me?" Catherine immediately went into damage control mode. "Roger, baby, I was just trying to establish boundaries. He's always been jealous of our love." "Jealous?" I laughed. "Of what?" "The fact that you're playing my dad the same way you tried to play me. How dare you? How dare I? How dare you freeze my trust fund that my mother left me?" Dad's head whipped toward Catherine. "You told me that was his idea to get attention." The lies were unraveling, but I wasn't done. "Dad, there's more. A lot more. But I don't think you want to hear it in front of everyone." Catherine stood up, knocking over her wine glass. "This is a setup. You're all just jealous of our happiness." Then she looked at me with pure venom. "You think you're so smart? Your father already changed his will. I get everything if something happens to him. Everything. So keep playing your little game, stepson." The entire table gasped. Dad went pale. "Catherine, what are you saying?" She realized she'd messed up. "I just meant, I'm looking out for our future." Dad stood up slowly. "We're leaving. Now." As they walked out, Catherine shot me a look that could kill. But I wasn't worried. Because what she didn't know? Dad hadn't changed his will yet. He'd only told her he did to see what she'd do. My lawyer Gerald had given him that advice weeks ago when the trust fund thing happened. And I still hadn't played my ace card, the OnlyFans account. The text started rolling in an hour later. First from Dad, "We need to talk, tomorrow. My office." Then from Catherine, "You little shit, you've ruined everything. You'll regret this." Game on, stepmonster. Update 3. The meeting with Dad was intense, and things got real dark real fast. I met him at his office Monday morning. He looked like he'd aged 5 years overnight. "Show me everything," he said. No hello, no small talk. I pulled out my laptop. "Dad, are you sure? This is gonna hurt. I need to know." So I showed him. The OnlyFans account first. Her face was obscured in most content in it, but there were identifying tattoos, birthmarks. The account was started 14 months ago, while they were dating. Dad's jaw clenched. She said she was working as a marketing consultant. "There's more." I showed him the screenshots from Hannah. The texts about the retirement plan, the pregnancy trap, Terry was silent for a long moment. Then, Gerald already started divorce proceedings this morning. The prenup is ironclad thanks to you. Dad, I'm sorry. Don't. You tried to warn me. I was an idiot. Then he told me something that made my blood run cold. He'd had a weird allergic reaction last week. Catherine had made him dinner, and he'd broken out in hives, had trouble breathing. She'd been oddly calm about it, slow to call 911. The doctor said it looked like shellfish exposure, but I haven't had shellfish in years because of my allergy. My mind raced. Dad, what did she make you? Pasta with special sauce. She said it was her grandmother's recipe. Dad, did you save any of it? He had. In his office mini fridge of all places. He'd brought leftovers for lunch but felt uneasy about eating it after the hospital visit. We need to get this tested. Now. We drove to a private lab that Gerald recommended. Put a rush on it, results in 48 hours. While we waited, Dad made some calls. Catherine had been served divorce papers that morning. He'd also frozen all the credit cards and joint accounts. Legally, as per the prenup clauses about financial misconduct, the trust fund stunt qualified. That's when my phone started blowing up. Catherine had gone nuclear on social media. Facebook posts about how the evil stepson had manipulated a sick old man, how I was jealous of their true love. She even posted photos of my mom saying things like, he can't accept his father moving on from his clingy mother's death. That heartless witch. But she made a crucial mistake. In her rage posting, she'd accidentally included a screenshot that showed her logged into the OnlyFans creator dashboard. Her followers noticed immediately. Within an hour, #stepmonster Catherine was trending locally. Someone found her OF account and linked it to her real name. Her country club friends were scandalized. The charity organizations she'd wormed her way into started distancing themselves. 2 days later, the test results came back. The pasta sauce had shrimp paste in it. Not enough to kill, but enough to cause a severe reaction in someone with a shellfish allergy. Dad called the police. This was attempted poisoning. By evening, Catherine was in custody, and that's when her friend circle completely turned on her. Remember Terry, the side piece? He came forward with receipts, texts where she talked about speeding up the inheritance timeline, where she researched how much shrimp paste could cause a reaction without being fatal. She wanted him sick, not dead. Yet, she was playing a long game, planning to slowly increase his exposure to make it look like his allergy was getting worse naturally. But the best part? Terry had been recording their conversations too. Why? Because Catherine owed him money as well. $20,000 she'd borrowed for investment opportunities, aka her cosmetic surgeries. In one recording, she literally said, "Once the old man kicks it, I'll pay you back triple." Might take a year or two of playing the grieving widow, but the payout will be worth it. My dad's net worth? About $40 million. Tuesday afternoon, I got a call from county jail. It was Catherine. I almost didn't answer, but curiosity won. "You destroyed my life," she screamed. "No, you did that yourself. I'll get out of this. I have lawyers too. Your dad still loves me." "Actually, he doesn't. He's disgusted by you." Also, fun fact, attempting to poison someone voids the prenup entirely. You get nothing. She started ugly crying. "Please, I have nothing. My apartment, my car, everything's in his name. Should have thought of that before you tried to kill my father." "I wasn't trying to kill him. Just make him need me." "Yeah, that's not the defense you think it is." I hung up. Dad's doing better now. He's embarrassed but grateful. We're closer than we've been in years. He's also seeing a therapist to deal with the betrayal and the fact that someone he loved tried to harm him. Catherine's trial is in 2 months. Her public defender is trying to plea down from attempted murder to assault. The DA isn't budging. The family money is safe. Dad's health is improving. And Catherine? She's facing 10 to 25 years. Karma's a witch, and sometimes she needs a little help. Final update. Catherine took a plea deal. 8 years for attempted assault, fraud, and theft. She has to pay restitution to everyone she scammed. During sentencing, she tried to play victim one last time. The judge wasn't buying it. "Miss Catherine," he said, "you systematically targeted, manipulated, and attempted to poison a man for his money. Your actions were premeditated and cruel." She broke down crying. Her lawyer argued for leniency due to her difficult upbringing. Then the prosecution played the Terry recordings. Hard to claim mental illness when you're cackling about your brilliant plan on tape. Her mom, Frances, 48F, showed up to court, glaring at me like I was the devil. She even approached me once. "You ruined my baby's life. She loved your father. Your baby tried to kill him." She made a mistake, not one that involved shrimp paste and a $40 million inheritance, no. She spat at me. Security escorted her out. Classy family all around. Dad's doing amazing now. He started dating our family accountant, Teresa, 54F. She's age-appropriate, kind, and has her own money. Most importantly, she thinks Catherine was a tacky little gold digger from day one. I like her. Last week, we cleaned out Catherine's things, found her vision board, pictures of yachts and mansions with future Mrs. Roger written across it. We burned it. Very therapeutic. The country club banned her for life. Her social media disappeared after the OF scandal. Last I heard from Hannah, Catherine's prison nickname is Shrimp Scampi. Dad and I have dinner every Sunday at Aunt Gloria's. We even joke about it now. Next time, maybe date someone age-appropriate, I tell him. Lesson learned, son. Lesson learned. Catherine gets out in 6 years with good behavior. She'll be 34, broke, and a convicted felon. Meanwhile, Dad will be living his best life with Teresa. Sometimes justice takes a while, but when it hits hard. To anyone dealing with a toxic step-parent, document everything. Trust your gut, and never let them isolate you from family. And if they ask you to call them mom, run. Run fast.